Good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today. It's Tuesday. I was tempted to say Monday. It's Tuesday, the 21st day of May. Coming from a lengthy Whitsuntide weekend. Good morning, one and all. Thank you for being with me this morning. Morning, Jelly and McIntyre. Morning, Cheryl Charles. How do you do? Lydia Cameron is here also. Good morning, Lydia. How are you this morning? Rochelle Cummings is in the building. Good morning, my beautiful country. Blessed morning, Mr. Innocent. Thanks, and same to you, Rochelle. Catherine Phillip, good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Innocent. How do you do? It's 24 minutes on to 7 o'clock on this good-looking Monday morning. Yeah, it's indeed a beautiful morning. No worries about that. Hope you're dancing like a winner, Yulin. Yulin Alexander, good morning. How you doing, girl? She likes that song. Reaching out and saying good morning to the wonderful folks at the Princess Alice Hospital inside of Maryborough in St. Andrew. Good morning, good morning. The doctors, the nurses, matrons, everybody, good morning to you. Mildred Smith is in the building. Good morning, Mildred. How are you? I had a restful, bedful weekend. 24 minutes, just turned 23 minutes on to 7 o'clock. It's Tuesday. Yulin, good morning to you once again. I hope you're busting a dance on this one. I know you love this song. Good morning to the folks from Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten that, that information with the health tips for this week. So hopefully we'll have that for you from tomorrow. Yeah. Nice. Good morning to the folks in Petite Martinique. Understand that you had a great weekend. It was a regatta weekend in Petite Martinique. So the folks from the Sister Isles of Carriacou and other surrounding areas. Yeah, countries up there, the smaller islands and the Grenadines. Yeah, Sylvina Charles, blessed morning, Innocent. I'm dancing. Prayer that I will be the winner woman today. Yeah, dance like a winner. Oswin Lewis says, good morning, my friends in Grenada watching from New York. Hermione, good morning to you. She says, good morning, everyone. Nice. Good. Good morning to Petlin and the folks out there in Munich. Good morning to the Maxwins. Good morning. Urban Mason, good morning to you. Branny, good morning. Brooklyn, good morning. Eric Galba Mitchell, good morning. Daddy, I just call him. Yeah. Ken, good morning. Mr. Joseph Hafford, good morning. Good morning, Susan Douglas and family out there in Paradise. I understand that you all are having some problems getting our television station. I'm going to have the technical team look at that as soon as possible. Monica Meros Williams, good morning. Good morning, Monica. How are you doing? How is Daddy Godwin? He's doing fine, I hope. Anika Reese, good morning. Nice. Let's get with the program, man. Let's see what's the word of the day today. And I've got to go back here and do this. Right. So the word of the day, it is a noun. And that word is neophyte. 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 It is a naming word. A neophyte is a person who has just started learning or doing something. Neophyte. Saying good morning to my brother Robert White up there in Sates. Bro, we've got to touch base today, alright? Yeah, have a blessed day as always. Now, a neophyte is a person who has just started learning or doing something. And here's how we can use that word in a sentence. As an acting neophyte, Femi took a while to adjust to his newfound Hollywood fame. Just started acting, just started making some money, so it took him a little while to get into that famous role. You understand what I'm saying? That famous, prestigious position, you know what I'm saying? Nice. Good morning, Ariel and Kitty Cat and Alwyn and Debbie. Good morning to the folks inside of Hope, Mr. Isaac and family. Good morning, Miss Vernice. How you doing? You all right? Ross Stumpy Callis and family. Good morning, Kato. Good morning, Teacher Rufin. The folks inside of Subies and Marky. Ms. Vashti Stanislaus, good morning. It's time for Nadisha's segment of the program, the folks inside of Cafe and surrounding areas. The thought of the day: life isn't meant to be easy. It's meant to be lived. Sometimes good, other times rough. But with every up and down, you learn lessons that make you strong. That one is on me. Yeah, life isn't meant to be easy, it is meant to be lived. Sometimes good, other times rough. But with every up and down, you learn lessons that make you strong. Nice. "19 minutes on to 7 o'clock. What's buzzing this morning? What's buzzing? Boy, I heard there was a showdown on a radio station up north. Oh my goodness me. What are we coming to, people? Come on, guys. Come on. Politics doesn't have to be that way, man. Come on. Nonetheless, I'm not going to dwell on that too much, all right? Men are charged in connection with the Grenada shooting incident. Yes, Razim Mitchell, a 33-year-old businessman of Coffee Bow Hill in St. George, and Marcus Johnson, a 40-year-old vendor of Grandance in St. George. They were jointly charged by police with the following offenses: capital murder for unlawfully causing the death of Vaughn Cyrus alias Wangi of the Carnage in St. George. They were also charged with 2 counts of attempted murder in relation to 2 St. George residents. They were charged with possession of firearms, possession of ammunition, robbery with violence, and stealing 1 motor car. Now, the charges were laid against Mr. Mitchell and Mr. Johnson in connection with the May 12th shooting incident in Grandance in St. George. They are scheduled to make their first court appearance today, Tuesday the 21st, at the St. George's Magistrates Court. What else is buzzing this morning? Let's see what else is buzzing. We got some buzzing stories. I don't know if you're a news freak, but on my bed I looked at the news and we saw that the president of Iran yesterday, Sunday rather, died together with a foreign minister. They died, 7 of them, I think it was, died in a helicopter crash, and all sorts of speculations are going on. But the Grenada team shines at the 41st Marlin Madness in Tobago. Our guys did well in the fishing extravaganza that took place in Tobago on the weekend. 2 men made to make their court appearance today. Grenada signs memorandum of understanding with Suku Technologies, a firm based in Ghana. We also hear that CARICOM foreign ministers call for greater collaboration. Internationally, the ICC prosecutor says he wants Benjamin Netanyahu to be arrested, and Benjamin Netanyahu denounces the bid to arrest him over the Gaza war. And in sports, International Paralympic Committee chief says Paralympics should put disability back on global agenda. So those are the buzzing stories. We've got the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather coming up, and then we have the conversation. This morning I will be joined by a gentleman, a prominent Grenadian, and I say prominent with the fact that he has made a feat that I don't think any other Grenadian has. He has sailed, I think, at the Northern Atlantic Ocean on a boat without an engine, all by himself. We're going to talk with him this morning, all right, and so much more. We take that break. We've got to do the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Michelle Bernard, good morning. Sharon Bartholomew, good morning. Jerry Edwards, good morning. Mary Ebanks. Cheryl Silly, good morning. All right. Good, nice. Okay, those of you on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of Friday evening's television news. Stick and stay with us. We're with you anywhere and everywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for Grenada to laugh again. Heritage Theatre presents Spice Laugh Comedy Bash 2024, Saturday, June 22nd and Sunday, 23rd June at the Trade Center in Grandance, and on Sunday, 30th June at the Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime, 7 p.m. every time, featuring some of Grenada's best ambassadors of comedy: Robert White, Dillion Walters, Kareem Alexis, Dale Bola, and other outstanding comedic performances, all coming to knock you off your seats with laughter. Get your tickets now. Bring out the entire family. Tickets are $60 and available at Mitchell's Pharmacy in Grandance, Gittins Health and Wellness at all outlets, Art and Soul Bookstore, Spiceland Mall, 3B's Shoe Store, downtown St. George's, Calico Supermarket, Grenville and Sutairs, St. David's Pharmacy, and Go to Fet. It's time for Spice Laugh Comedy Bash 2024.
Thanks for joining us. Renowned chefs, led by U.S. television personality chef Alexander Smalls, have arrived in Grenada for a historic culinary collaboration with the Grenada Tourism Authority and the James Baird Foundation, spotlighting the island's rich food culture. More in this Rena Ped Thomas report.
Grenada is abuzz with excitement as 5 renowned chefs, led by U.S. television sensation Chef Alexander Smalls, have landed on the island for a historic culinary collaboration. This exciting initiative is a joint effort between the Grenada Tourism Authority and the esteemed James Baird Foundation, marking a significant moment in celebrating the island's rich food culture. Preparations are in full swing at Silver Sand, Grenada, for a spectacular dinner experience scheduled for Saturday. Chef Hall, accompanied by her fellow chefs, is eagerly anticipating the opportunity to immerse herself in Grenada's enchanting landscape. Chairman of the GTA, Randall Dolland, spoke of the event.
So James Baird is one of the most prestigious culinary institutes and foundations in the United States of America. Once you're a James Baird award-winning chef, then you have a major accolade behind your name. It's almost like winning the Academy Awards, right? So you get a really good following with a James Baird award behind you. The fact is, James Baird is now in Grenada, and it's the first time they've left North America and gone anywhere else to do an event. They brought with them 5 chefs from the United States who will be here and doing a culinary sort of demonstration at Silver Sands this weekend. Coming to Grenada, looking at what Grenada has to offer, and spreading the message of, Grenada is a force to be reckoned with in the culinary world.
The culinary contingent arrived on Wednesday, kicking off their immersive experience with a first look at the taste of Grenada with Chef Alexander Smalls' film. This captivating documentary, filmed by the Grenada Film Company, showcases the vibrant landscape of Grenada and delves into its unique cuisines through the perspectives of 5 local chefs, said Dolland.
The Tourism Authority embarked on a project of creating a movie that really showcases Grenadian cuisine. So Chef Smalls, an internationally, again, renowned chef, he created some recipes and gave it to the local chefs, to sort of have their inspiration put on it, our local Grenadian inspiration, and make it uniquely Grenadian. And now they're getting that sort of exposure with the Baird House standing behind them. The the real goal is, again, to ensure that we continue to encourage our local creatives to develop, that they should not just squash their ambitions for traditional roles in a bank or become a lawyer or a doctor.
This collaboration between the James Baird Foundation and the Grenada Tourism Authority holds special significance, recognizing Grenada's contribution to culinary heritage.
The question is, after 50 years of independence, it's up from here. What are we giving the next generation? This is our generation's time to create new foods, new foodways that we can now leave for future generations. When we get to 100 years of independence, what foods did we create? What did we leave for them? Right? What are they eating then? And it will all start now because it's sort of a cultural shift. So yes, there's an event Saturday, for example, but that's not the end, the start and the end, right? This is just the beginning of something new, a shift in our perception of our relationship with food.
The collaboration between these culinary luminaries and Grenada promises a celebration of flavor, culture, and the rich heritage that defines the island's gastronomic identity. It's an event that showcases Grenada's position as a culinary destination and celebrates the talent and diversity of its food scene. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Look to Africa, the beginning of civilization. Know who you are, where you came from, and where you are going. The mantra of two of the organizers of the African Liberation Day celebration in Grenada. An invitation is being extended to all people of African descent to come out and celebrate All African Liberation Day on Saturday, May 25 at the Montrouge Plain Field from 10 a.m. Christina John has this report.
Africa Day, formerly African Freedom Day and African Liberation Day, is the annual commemoration of the foundation of the Organization of African Unity on 25th May 1963. It is celebrated in various countries on the African continent as well as around the world. This year, it will be celebrated under the theme, A Borderless Africa for All Africans. The celebration was discussed on GBN's Mid-Morning Buzz, and the guests included Bongo Starai from the House of the Narabengi in Lamode St. Patrick and Kwamina Aman. Bongo Starai explained what African Liberation Day is all about.
All African Liberation Day is studied where all African independent states, 32 different independent states come together, most liberate from colonial rule and imperialism to come together. You know what I mean? And it started in April 15th, 1958, and 5 years after 1963 in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. So from African Freedom Day to African Liberation Day, to liberate Africa from colonial rule, and oppression. So that is why we're celebrating, and this is all over the world,
Kwamina Amen elaborated on the subject at hand, noting that the exploitation of people of color is still taking place in some African countries. He said it is time that people of African descent accept and appreciate themselves for who they are.
The peoples in the Caribbean who have been enslaved are still speaking European languages. We are going to every other language except African languages and African culture. We are ashamed of being African and looking African. Our women are ashamed of their hair. They are ashamed of their skin color. This is the oppression that we're trying to address in our current state. And what we realize is that we say a borderless Africa for all Africans, a borderless humanity for all humans. What we realize is that for Africa to be free and African people to be treated fairly, for access to resources for all people, we have to fix the oppressors' thinking that caused them to want to be exploitative and charge money for food. We have to challenge the education that says the mother's asking the child to pay for the milk. That lack of love in society is what has been perpetuated by our European brothers and sisters with violence.
Amen said the event is about raising awareness, implying that change requires individual understanding and awareness of who am I and why am I here.
So the event is about bringing awareness, having the conversation, reflecting on what we could be, not only as a people, but as a humanity. And that at this time, if this reflection, if this transformation don't occur in a significant way, we'll have a great destruction upon our hands. The opening ceremony 10 a.m. and then the exhibition goes on till about 3 p.m.
Okay.
We're going to have a march. And we're marching from Lancipede roundabout to Montrouge playing field. It's in Montrouge playing field is the main event. And after the march, around 5 p.m., we're going to have cultural presentation and performances, poetry, dance, speeches, all African Liberation Day oriented presentations. And that should be, there'll be food and drink, of course, and music, there'll be drumming, the dancing, there'll be a family oriented and of course, exchange of ideas and local networking.
Christina John, GBN News.
The harsh drought and the scarcity of rainfall and water continue to create a serious impact on the island. With the change in the environment and the role of climate change in this water crisis, finding a solution is a priority. This Rena Thomas report will show how people can contribute to mitigating the issue.
The role of climate change in exacerbating the water crisis cannot be overstated. Rising temperatures lead to increased evaporation rates, further depleting water reserves. Additionally, changing weather patterns disrupt traditional rainfall cycles, making water management increasingly complex. In a recent interview with the news team, Godfrey Augustine, the host of GBN's Our Climate Reality program, explained the seriousness of climate change in Grenada.
As it relates to climate change, has to do with increase in global temperatures. And of course, once you have an increase in global temperatures, what we are experiencing now in Grenada is expected. And if that continues, it can only get worse. And that in itself will impact other areas, because we will also have things like coastal erosion, also where you have the salt water then intruding in our consumable water table, and all of these things can impact our lives. So we have responsibilities that we need to pay attention to, and if we do that, we will be in a better place.
Augustine is of the view that mitigation begins with curbing deforestation and reducing water wastage.
Many people who cut trees in Grenada, it is done for an economic reason. So we know there are people who use it as a way of, as we say, burning coals. So it's a form of fuel. And of course, that must be given some kind of consideration. But at the same time, if you continue to cut trees, to burn coals, then you would get to a point where you will not have any trees to cut, and then you won't have any coals. So there must be some balance. We have to understand that yes, we may have to cut a tree here and there, but it is also important to replant. And we can use trees for more than one reason. One, to help with the issue of, storing the water, and also we can use trees. And this stage, is another area that we have to pay very close attention to. We can't afford to waste. We have to conserve our water, and we have to make sure that we do things properly.
Initiatives such as water conservation campaigns, investment in sustainable water infrastructure, and promoting efficient agriculture practices should be at the top of the list of mitigative measures.
So there are serious times ahead of us. And so in Grenada, I would encourage us, one, to avoid as much as possible cutting trees, to plant trees as much as possible. The issue of water, we need to start conserving. We just can't afford to be wasting, because if we continue, we would find ourselves in a situation where we won't have.
The impact of climate change is widespread, and countries across the Caribbean are not being spared its wrath. Rena Thomas, GBN News.
Well, in response to significant delays in e-commerce and point-of-sale transaction processing, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank has commissioned an independent audit of Republic Bank EC Limited. This audit aims to address the debiting of customer accounts for transactions that date back as far as 2022 following Republic Bank's acquisition of Scotiabank's operations and subsequent system conversion. More in this Nisha Peters report.
The delay has affected approximately 12,112 customers across 5 countries in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, ECCU. Anguilla, the Commonwealth of Dominica, St. Christopher, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines have been affected by these delayed transactions. Importantly, customers of Republic Bank Grenada Limited are not impacted, as it operates as a separate entity from Republic Bank EC Limited. To resolve the issue and mitigate the impact on affected customers, Republic Bank EC Limited has committed to the ECCB to implement several remedial measures. They include payment plans, overdraft fees reversals, fee waiver on standing orders, no additional fees for credit facilities, and free bank statements. The ECCB has noted that under the current Banking Act, it lacks the authority to compel Republic Bank to reverse these late debits unless they are proven to be inaccurate or fraudulent. In such case, Republic Bank is required to correct the errors immediately. The independent audit will assess the full scope of the delays and determine if further actions are necessary. The ECCB remains committed to its mandate to supervise all licensed financial institutions under the Banking Act 2015 and to ensure the financial stability of the ECCU. As the audit progresses, the ECCB will continue to monitor the situation closely. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
A 30-year-old man from Trinidad and Tobago, wanted in connection with the shooting deaths of 2 men from Point Fortin, has been captured and extradited to his homeland. Joel Hannibal, originally from Warden Road, Point Fortin, was apprehended approximately 3 weeks ago in the heart of St. George. His capture followed police investigations into a violent altercation that occurred in the Four Roads area, which subsequently spilled over into the nearby Market Square. Reports from Trinidad and Tobago indicate that Hannibal is believed to have shot and killed Azad Alan Ali, 32, and Keith Pam Pam Roberts, 44, on the night of October 2, 2023 at Warden Road. Ali's body was discovered in the driver's seat of his Ford Laser, while Roberts' body was found nearby on the road. In addition to the fatalities, another resident, Anthony Bermudez, 42, was reportedly shot and wounded in the same attack, which occurred around 9:15 p.m. GBN understands that Hannibal, who was said to have been residing in the Monrush area, was extradited to Trinidad and Tobago on Thursday. He was handed over to Trinidadian police on Friday morning. Authorities in Grenada have remained tight-lipped regarding the details of Hannibal's capture and subsequent extradition. The extradition of Hannibal marks a significant development in the investigation of the October 2023 double homicide in Trinidad and Tobago, bringing hope for justice to the families of the victims. Now, a 23-year-old man from Mount William, St. Patrick, will spend the next 10 days on remand at His Majesty's prisons before his bail application is considered. Nod Waltris learned his fate when he appeared before the St. George's Magistrates Court on Thursday. We get more details in this Nisha Paul report. All right, let's move on for the time being. As part of Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence, a number of citizens will be selected and recognized for outstanding contributions to nation building or selfless heroic acts. But in order to do so, the National Awards Advisory Committee is calling on all Grenadians to take advantage of the opportunity to nominate awardees before the end of May. Chairman of the National Awards Advisory Committee, Dominic Jeremiah, chairman explained that individuals can be nominated in 6 categories.
6 awards, national awards. The first award is the Companion of the Order of Grenada Award, and only one citizen of Grenada is entitled to receive this award. The second award is the Order of Grenada Gold Award for Excellence, and again, only one citizen of Grenada can be chosen for this award. The third award is the Spice Isle Award, and 2 persons in any given year would be eligible to receive this award. The next award is what we call the Kamahan Award, and again, 2 citizens of Grenada are eligible to receive this award in any calendar.
The award ceremony will pay tribute to awardees for their contributions to society. Jeremiah said copies of the nomination form are available at all police stations and on the GIS Facebook page, among others.
We have created a hard copy nomination form, and this hard copy nomination form can be found at any of our police stations. The Conference of Churches did do a distribution of the forms to the various churches around Grenada, and the form can also be accessed in soft copy, but we are also asking the persons preparing the nomination form to also append to the nomination form a brief biography of about 1.5 pages to 2 pages, certainly no more than 2 pages, giving a brief description of the person being nominated.
The chairman explained that all nomination forms completed in hard copy can be submitted to the Governor General's office or the Ministry of Education in care of the Chief Education Officer. He also gave instructions for the submission of soft copies.
And nomination closes, as I said earlier, on the 31st of May. For persons who are going to use the medium of the soft copy of the nomination form, you can submit it to the following email: naacgrenada@gmail.com.
Well, a date has not yet been set for the National Awards ceremony. Blessed with a variety of fruits, this evening's GB&I Saw submission may take some of the more mature people back in time and influence the younger generations to ask questions. Time for I Saw. Stay with us.
Is at the center of tonight's GB&I Saw. The fat poke tree is a coastal species that commonly grows as single plants or thickets. Fat poke is also known as cocoa plum or paradise plum. The fruit is fleshy, sweet, with a white pulp, and is rich in sugar, vitamins A, C, B1, B2, and potassium. The seeds can be roasted and eaten, and an edible oil can be extracted from them. It promotes cardiovascular health. It is also beneficial for eye, kidney, and gallbladder health, and is rich in antioxidants that help get rid of free radicals. We thank our citizen journalists for this submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
From the fertile heart of Grenada to the far reaches of the globe, Rams Supermarket brings together the best of both worlds. Savor the freshest, locally sourced produce from our trusted Grenadian farmers and explore a curated selection of top-quality international favorites. Experience a shopping journey where warmth meets a world of flavors and affordability meets premium quality. At Rams, we welcome everyone to discover the joy of global and local culinary delights. Nestled in Sugar Mill, Grand Anse, we are open all week to offer you a taste of home and beyond. Rams Supermarket, where our family, community, and the world come together. We are the good food people.
served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Meet Mom. She's not just the wake up at the crack of dawn, make breakfast, and pack bags kind of mom. She also gets her fitness game on. Yeah, she's the don't let anyone forget anything kind of mom. At the same time, she's the runs her own business, clothes, and deals kind of mom, who finds time to get down and boogie with the kids after school, remodel the house, bake cake, host dinner, and even play her favorite game at the end of the day kind of mom. So let's celebrate Mom, because to us, she's so much more.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for Grenada to laugh again. Heritage Theatre presents Spice Laugh Comedy Bash 2024, Saturday, June 22nd and Sunday, 23rd June at the Trade Center in Grandance, and on Sunday, 30th June at the Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime, 7 p.m. every time, featuring some of Grenada's best ambassadors of comedy: Robert White, Dillion Walters, Kareem Alexis, Dale Bowler, and other outstanding comedic performances, all coming to knock you off your seats with laughter. Get your tickets now. Bring out the entire family. Tickets are $60 and available at Mitchell's Pharmacy in Grandance, Gittins Health and Wellness at all outlets, Art and Soul Bookstore, Spiceland Mall, 3B's Shoe Store, downtown St. George's, Calico Supermarket, Grenville and Sutairs, St. David's Pharmacy, and Go to Fet. It's time for Spice Laugh Comedy Bash 2024.
Barbados is heating up with enhanced attractions and hotel properties. World Cup cricket's touching down in the Caribbean. And Trinidad and Tobago is ready in the food department. A year's worth of beaches and more. We're talking about the Antigua and Barbuda experience. The rising stars of the track and the pool. Caribbean Village Cricket. There's endless action on and off the field. It's all next on this station.
All right, good morning once again. Good morning to you. It's 17 minutes after 7 o'clock, and the conversation this morning, I'll have a conversation with a goodly gentleman, Mr. Joel Mark. He's from Belmont in St. George. He is a seaman, a captain by profession, and he has a wonderful story that he wants to share with us, that he will share with us this morning. And it's a story that I hope can lure young people into some more productive, positive activities. Good morning, Mr. Mack. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent. Good morning to the listeners and viewers on this program. Just want to wish everybody a pleasant day and the rest of it. It's a pleasure to be here and also an honor to be here. And it's one of the ways to connect, medium, and I'm really privileged to be here to be able to reach out and hope that it motivates, inspire, and empower those who are inclined to let it be that way.
Wow. If you said one more word, I would have lost my job, because the management would have said he's a better talker.
I guess it happened just well, so
just like
it wouldn't
that.
go that way, yeah.
As we start the conversation, I'd like to know more about Joel. I want to say good morning to Sergeant of Police Evans. What's his name again?
Williams.
Evans. Good morning, Evans. Evans introduced me to Joel on Friday, I think it was, and said this is a gentleman that you should talk with. And when I heard the story, I said definitely I'm going to engage him. And here he is this Tuesday morning. So Evans, thanks for giving me this inspirational speaker this morning. All right, so let me know about Joel. Let people know Joel's background, and then they can see from there through progression up to where you are at the moment.
I am from Belmont, St. George's. As everybody should know where Belmont is. I came from a very humble beginning. I'm still a humble gentleman. That's one of the ways to go through in life, basically. I attended the Wesley College School. I wasn't a graduate. I was a dropout, and due to circumstances, I know about life on the rough side. I didn't have anything pretty much, as a lot of other people were privileged to. But it didn't hamper me. It didn't break my spirit. And this is one of the things today that I can be able to speak and connect with and attain to, that my spirit wasn't broken. Despite circumstances and situation growing up. And even to the point of my last sailing at North Atlantic Crossing, I was still at that level where everything was basic. Nothing was nothing was a luxury for me. And it was with a strong spirit, determination, perseverance, and the aim to get to the level of it could be done and it should be done, in view and inside of inspiring, motivating, and empowering. And when it comes to that, I'm talking about the youths, the young ones. Most of the time they say underprivileged, but when I think about youths, I think about youths holistically,
Right, yeah.
Because they're all part of the same society, the same country. Yeah, and I did step out to break barriers, and which I did because from ever since growing up, life was quite different for me to the average youngster growing up. I always faced things differently. I always saw things differently. I always had a different view, but I was young, so I still didn't know the proper road, the right road as such. And I just went down the road that life took me, basically. What I wanted to become in terms of real profession was a mechanical engineer. That didn't happen. Okay. But I'm still in the engineering field because of the experience, of working on boats and stuff like that. I came from a family that was with quite a few brothers. Didn't grow up with any sisters, so it was more a cricket team or football team, on the men's side. And I've seen a lot, and I've asked a lot of questions, and I've got a lot of answers. And where I am today, I'm willing to hand out or give to building a society, building our country, building our nation, from the ground level up, working with the young ones.
Okay. Now, you've mentioned something there that you crossed the Northern Atlantic?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so give us that story. How did that come about? And if I'm not mistaken, you are embarking on another journey.
Yes, of course. The bigger picture to top it off.
Okay.
To put the icing on the cake.
So before we put the icing on the cake, let's deal with the cake first. Crossing the Northern Atlantic, give us that experience. And I understand it was done by yourself.
Yes. The first experience I had crossing the North Atlantic, that was in 2006. I was given a job, and it wasn't about the money. I wasn't paid very much, but I took the opportunity to explore. I had never been to Europe before at that point in time, and I thought, well, it's a good opportunity for me to see what's going on, and just give it my all, give it my best. I never did sail solo before, single-handed before. And it was someone who told the owner of the boat. The owner of the boat was Eric, English guy, and the name of the boat was Shemaiah. And he didn't believe I was going to make it, but the lady told him. That was the lady, I don't know if you remember, Mary in the lagoon, the bamboo bar.
Okay.
Yeah, Mary in the bamboo bar. And I took it and I went there. I didn't intend to sail alone, but it ended up that I was all alone. Yeah, and I didn't abort the mission.
Okay, I want to get intricate with this. You started sailing from where?
From Grenada here. Went to San Martin, and from San Martin took off for the Azores.
Wow. What was the experience like? I mean, you mean when you said you did it alone, you were the only person on the ship?
Yes, only person on the boat as a human being.
I like this. The goodly spirits were with you?
Yes, all my imaginary friends.
Okay. And how long was that journey?
The first one took 26 days. 27 days. Yeah, from San Martin to the Azores. It was very much mixed with a lot of things. I had problems with the engine. At one point in time, I did ask for some assistance. I flagged down a cruise ship. But it's not flagging down like you flag a vehicle, on the bus stop. Something. The VHF.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a timing, and the VHF did work when it wanted to. I don't know, for some reason, whenever I'm sailing alone, the VHF works when it wants to.
Okay.
Not always. Yeah, and I got some assistance. They came over, they gave me a battery. I got the engine started. I got a case of cold beers, which was a big plus. And I had a big audience, which was very good. And then they reported to the owner of the boat that they did meet me and everything was okay. Yeah, and it was a good experience. I did get to answers for myself. I did a lot of soul searching then to really find out, why my life was a bit, really hard the way, it was, and why a lot of things didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So it was a good platform being alone there, you know, to be able to meditate and be in that realm of, you know, that solitude. It was really good. I had a lot of rough seas. There were moments when, you know, it was a bit nerve-wracking. But I had the faith and the courage and the strength that I would pull through. I'll make it through, because I always saw there was something there to achieve. At that point in time, I never knew I was going to have that achievement or get that achievement. It's only when I got to the Azores, then it was made clear to me that I had that achievement to become the first Grenadian to sail solo across the North Atlantic.
Wow. Okay. Talking about it, I have such a deep phobia for the sea, right? I have a deep phobia. Once the water gets above my knees, I am very, very uncomfortable with this. But to do that solo, wow.
You know, a lot of people...
It's just a wow experience.
Yeah. A lot of people have the concept that is things like those, daring feat like those, can only be achieved by the white man. You know, my people have that concept, because many times I would be relating to certain people, and the first thing they would say from the time I tell them, okay, I'm the first Grenadian to sail solo across the North Atlantic, then they would say, oh, and this white man did it. A white man just finished doing it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, he did it. But I mean, come, let's look at it from a different perspective.
Yeah, I did it too.
You know, I did it too, but I'm a son of the soil.
Yeah.
Understand me? I represent the people, you know, from a different, you know, standpoint.
Now, I want to know, in terms of your expertise to do that, where did you get your training and so forth? To do that, you must be trained in boatmanship.
Basically, yeah. I was always enthusiastic about boats growing up. Then I got the first-hand experience of being on boats through my father. He was a shipwright. So at a young age, I used to be in the marina with him around boats and stuff like that. And gradually and continually, I got into it more and more. I learned the basics of navigation, of geography in school. Navigation, I can't remember exactly when it all started. I mean, real navigation. But I used to be around some of the older guys. I used to be on the eastward, used to go to Carriacou with them, go to Trinidad with them. That part up. But it's really when I went to, when I was 19, I went full-time to go fishing, yeah, to work on the sea. And that is when the real navigational trend came in, yeah, because I had access to the instruments. And although most of it I learned, I taught myself. Yeah,
okay.
I taught myself basically because I wasn't shown much, but I had access to the instruments, and I looked, I observed, and I learned.
So in essence, in terms of the theoretic aspect of it, you did not have any formal theoretical training going to a navigational school or courses or anything like that?
No, didn't. Wow. And this is one of the things I have to say, I would say this is one of my gifts, one of the things I'm blessed with. That is why through all the hardship I was able to navigate my way through, because I have a good the ability to look, observe, and learn and figure things out. Yeah. And wow. I like to teach people in that same way, to open your mind, use your mind, and learn to figure things out. Because one of the things I realized in navigating is that it doesn't matter what instrument you have, everything still comes back to here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have a mental photograph of the whole thing from start to finish. Because if your instrument shut down and you only depend on the instruments alone, or that's all you know, only when you look at it, then you have a lot of problems.
And the interesting thing about it is, you know, the way you married it to the seamanship or the boatmanship together with life. Because if you can navigate, you know, the ship and you use the same sort of concept, because having to move away from the navigational equipment and use here, you could navigate life.
Exactly, because one of the terminologies I use when speaking to people in terms of moving through life is I use the terminology navigating navigating, because it's the same as, obstacles, the weather, as I say, under the weather and stuff like that in life. It's about the same concept, The experience of 2016, when I set off to break barriers that it could be done and it can be done. Now, I was recognized by the government and the NNP. I got the Camahon Award for my bravery, and there was something else. That was it then, but there was no follow-up in terms of support to continue the journey. So that is still in the process of being formulated to continue on that journey. And at this stage, I'm still I'm working with the government now, the administration now, to see how I can get the support, because I'm looking at it from a holistic point of view, the big picture of involve the whole, the whole country, or people, create the interest that we are a people that can achieve great things. And with that now, when it should be transformed to back down to the young ones. Let them know how to focus and see and believe in themselves, and get a mentor or somebody to look at, something to look at, that yes, I can do something, I can achieve something, I can be better.
Yes, I can.
From that perspective.
Yes, I can. Yeah, so you're gonna study Yes I Can movement.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, I can.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's a remarkable story. That's a really remarkable story. As a matter of fact, you're not selfish. Your level of humility speaks volumes. In that you are, I think you've started a foundation.
Yes, I did.
And what's the name of that foundation?
Sailing to Better Lives Foundation, and my motto is to inspire, motivate, and empower. And coming to that, one of the experiences I had, which I wish I could experience it here, which I'm still looking forward to it. In the Azores, there was not a moment I was alone, by the grown-up, the adults, and by the young ones.
Okay.
The young people used to come by in big groups and call me out, hey, let's go, come, let's go, we buy you a drink. And they connect with me, and they love to talk to me, they ask me questions, and I was honored, to...
And that's in the Azores?
Yes, that's in the Azores. I was honored. There were times I felt a little bit odd, because, I was, what should I say? The first Grenadian, first black man, I'm putting it as it is, the first black man to have ever sailed in there solo. And I think you've seen the photos, some of the photos. I couldn't find a lot of the photos I would have liked to give you, but I can always get around to that. And when they look at the boat, well, they call me crazy, So, okay, fine. Crazy is good, good crazy.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting for them, they connected. They connected. I remember one guy very clearly. One day he came to me, he was about maybe 25, something like that. He came to me and he said, can I speak to you? And I realized he was in a desperate situation, and he was basically suicidal. He came and he was telling me, a problem or trouble he's got, and I said to him, my brother, one thing I'm going to tell you is that believe in yourself. It's not what people say. I said, once what you're doing or the way you live your life is not hindrance or disturbance or it's threatening anybody else, I said, you shouldn't let other people's perception, detour or dictate pace for you. I said, it's not going to be easy, but I said, you have to find it yourself. And a couple of days after the guy disappeared, then after that I went on to the UK, trying to muster support and stuff like that. And when I came back, I didn't see the guy, and I was like, I wonder what happened to him. I hope he's still alive. I would like to see him, And I think about a week after I saw the guy, and he came to me. He had a whole different look. I mean, his whole dress code, everything looked different. He was a whole different person. I was like, oh, wow. And I wonder what he's going to say to me. Is it good news or bad news? Then he said to me, thank you very much. I said, thank you very much for what? He said, thank you very much. You helped me. I said, help you how? He said, remember when you spoke to me? I said, okay, yes. He said, that is what have me here today. That is why I'm still, alive, and that is why I am, what should I say? Focused,
Okay.
Focused.
If you just permit, someone seems to want to have a chat with you as well. Good morning, caller.
Morning, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
Could you turn your volume down, please?
Turn my volume down.
On the radio or television, whatever you're listening at.
All right. Okay. I've done that.
Okay.
Okay. I am very impressed with what I'm hearing from this gentleman. And I want to hope that a lot of young people are listening to that program. Because I myself am one of those persons who came up from the bottom and has been able to make it because of being able to stick to an idea and wanting to get out from where you are to get to somewhere else. And I really I'm really impressed by what I'm hearing. So I thought I should call and congratulate this gentleman. And I hope perhaps I would be able to meet him, to sit with him and talk with him, because I'm one of those persons who come from way down below too.
Okay.
And I certainly appreciate listening to him. So I wish I can get his telephone number so that I would be able to sit with him and have a discussion with him sometime.
Joel, would you be willing to give him?
Yes, I am willing, because one of the things I am really enthusiastic about is connecting with people. My phone number is 421-7719. That's the direct line, and then once you connect with me there, then you can get my WhatsApp.
It's
421-7719.
421-7719. 7719.
Yeah.
421.
Thank you, caller.
Okay, man. Thank you
Have
very
a blessed
much.
day. I appreciate it very much.
Good. Good. Bye-bye.
One of the things I'm looking at in terms of my Atlantic, solar circumnavigation, the sailing around the world. Now, I'm looking at it. Sometimes I'm a little bit despondent to speak, because the response I get from some of my people, it's not encouraging,
Yeah.
But I always have to encourage myself. The big picture of a small country, endeavoring to achieve a daring feat like that. It is not. A lot of people think it's easy because so many people sail, but it's not that easy.
Yeah, getting down to it itself,
Yes, it's not that easy.
It.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to have a lot of strength and determination. Self-power, you need to be able to keep yourself together when it's falling apart, just to say.
Somebody else wants to talk with you. Good morning, caller.
A pleasant good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. I have been listening to your guests, and there are two things which stands out in his life. Number one, he listened to the older, experienced folks, and the two, that achievement is a God-given talent. Say what you want, because by listening, and you have it in you already, you went out there fearless, you crossed the Atlantic. I couldn't do that. And I think that this is a great achievement. And as a caller mentioned, I do hope that the younger people of today would listen very well. You have to listen to the older folks. Don't jeer and laugh and thing like that. And as a result, that is why you have been able to do what you did. Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you very much, caller. Very well said, because that one of the things I can identify with my life, which I would pass on to anybody, and I can guide anybody in that direction just the same, is about spirituality. And ever since I know myself and started to recognize myself and started to use my mind, being able to think which at a very young age, I always felt and I always knew and I always saw that there was a greater power with me. Because I can relate to the many times I look at death in the face. I could have been dead a very long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, but then, as this caller rightly said, yes, and I did listen to the older folks, the ones who I did connect with, and I always found myself around the older folks, not willingly, but by some other ways. Yeah, it was just that direction.
We have another caller coming on the line. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Well, listening to the gentleman this morning, I'm very well, so much impressed with him. I've done something similar with him since 1974. I joined the East in 74, and I traveled that route that he's talking about, where we used to leave from Dominica, our last port, then pass through the Azores, and the weather there is not very treacherous, especially when it's winter in the UK between the Azores and the United Kingdom. I've been through weather like, I'm not sure if you saw the movie The Perfect Storm. I've been through something similar to that. So for him to do it single-handedly in order to leave from the Caribbean going up, especially towards that route, the Azores, trust me, I give you a lot of recommendation and commendation. I heard you said you want to do a next trip. I am not afraid of the sea. I am semi-retired now. So if I'm available when you're doing it, I would love to be on the boat on that ship, or that boat that you will be going with. Because I think then I can make a very good difference of capturing and achieving your goals and aspirations.
Okay.
So,
I do. Yes, I do take that. Yeah, but remember, it's a solo journey. You will be able to sail with me at some point in time, maybe through the islands. But when, I don't have to do the North Atlantic solo again. But circumstantially speaking, I think I will, because in the event when I'll be going on the circumnavigation, I would go north and then go to the Suez Canal, go the other way around, basically.
Okay,
but you will get the opportunity, and you can have the opportunity anytime. You can connect with me, and we can always sail. You can get the experience to sail with Jack Sparrow.
No problem, man. I know you and you know me. All right.
Okay, thank you, caller.
Yeah, like I was saying, I am looking forward to fly that Grenada flag, show that Grenada flag to the world, let the world be, let Grenada be the crystal ball for that moment, to, muster support and investment, interest in this country, and I see it as a very good opportunity. So I don't see the reason why that no one would not want to be a part of this support and see it happen. Because as the world knows, we are people that can achieve great things. Our history is really, really great. Why don't we make a good history?
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. I tell you what, let's take this final call, and then we look at, in a brief moment, we look at where you go from here and how you think your knowledge can impact positively on our youth. So let's take this final call. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Innocent, and good morning to your guests. I just want to ask your guests a simple question. How he managed sleep and controlling the boat, because at least I hear he mentioned he wanted the boat, and I showed that trip take days. So could you just explain how you manage sleep and taking care of the boat? Thank you.
Yes, good morning, ma'am. The boat's got autopilot, which is a mechanism that the boat drives itself. You have some operated by the wind. You have the electrical ones. That is a simple way. The first crossing, I had a wind vane, a Navic. Yeah, that one's operated by the wind. The boat had a tiller, just the same. Tiller is the stick that you hold, sticking out on top. Then you have the helm, the wheel, where some of them have the wheel. Those two boats I sailed solo, they had tiller. Now, my second sailing journey, that had tiller, but then I had autopilot. It worked when the weather was really good. When the weather wasn't good, it was something else. But it was bungee cord. I don't know if anybody know what a lot of people should know what a bungee cord is.
I don't. I don't.
A bungee cord, the strap with the two hooks on it, that elastic strap, when they use it to strap things on bicycles or things like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my autopilot. But when the water was really bad and it wouldn't hold, so I would have to be there a lot of the times, manning it for myself.
So that's long, lengthy, strenuous, sleepless hours, right?
A lot of the times, yes, but then it sometimes it did take a toll on me, and I could have only sail in the daytime. In the evening time, I put the sails down and I go to bed.
Okay, wow.
The boat would just be drifting. That's what you call a heave to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sleeping, I don't sleep that much. Unless I'm really, really tired, or if the weather is really good, but I can't move. Because if there's no wind, I could move, because I had a 5 horsepower outboard engine. And that wouldn't take you anywhere. That was just to get out of port and to get back into port.
Okay.
So, when there was no wind, I couldn't move. When there was too much wind, I couldn't move just the same, because I had to take the sails down.
As we, I just realized how fast our time has gone. It's 13 minutes on to 8 o'clock. How do you see your experience, knowledge, and your drive? How do you see you can use that to impact our youth? As you would realize, it is evident that our youth needs this kind of mentorship, if you want to use that.
I would use that from the standpoint, from a very basic, knowledgeable standpoint, to let the youths know. First of all, you have to get to know yourself. You have to get to believe in yourself and believe you can be something good, someone good, and you can achieve good. How you go about it, you have to focus on setting your mind to learn the right things that are necessary to be able to propel you to get there, to adjust. And you have to practice patience, perseverance, determination. Then the next thing is you have to have an open mind. An open mind towards, okay, I can do this, I can do that. I don't want to do this, but I have to start from somewhere. If you want to, it's like the same I tell a lot of the young people. If you want to have your own business, number one, you have to get the finances. And with that, you have to start from somewhere. First of all, you have to get a job. You get a job, you get all the necessary things that is available in terms of paperwork, recommendations, all these things. Then you either take a loan or you save your money, and then you can branch out on your own, but you have to start from somewhere.
somewhere.
So it's all about yourself, believing in yourself, knowing what you can do, see what you can do, better yourself in every way you can, and stepping your direction, not letting people dictate pace for you, as to say, well, you need to go that way and you cannot go your way.
Okay. Self-identity.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Mack, I thank you for dropping by this morning, and I do know for a fact that your experience and your journey, not just on the sea, but through life itself, and the way you related it this morning, would have impacted many people this morning. Thank you, Mr. Mack. And we look forward to future engagements. As your next journey gets closer, I would love you to come back and have a chit chat with us.
Well, I look forward to that very much, Mr. Innocent. Thank you very much for everything. It's been an honor being here, and it's always a pleasure and an honor also to reach out to my people, the public, because my story hasn't reached half the people yet.
Yeah.
And one of the things I wish could happen, or want to see happen too, is that dispersing or disseminating of good information, valuable information for building and progress be channeled, as a priority. Because that is one of the ways, that is why we go to school in the first place, or we learn certain things, because that is what is needed. Yeah, and I would like to see that, because a lot of people still haven't heard, about my achievement. And a lot of the ones who haven't heard, they probably are the ones it might impact most.
Yeah, but they will hear it. Your story will be told. As we wrap up now, Glenda Thompson says, I'm so impressed with this gentleman. He is a role model to so many, especially the youth. He needs to speak in youth forum. He is certainly a true example of yes, I can.
Thank you very much. One thing I'm going to say again is that I'm trying to work it from the early ministerial level, because I love relating to people, and I think about the youths, and I love to see their reaction on their faces and stuff like that when I'm speaking, and I'm willing to hand out, because I think one of the things that I'm missing here is how we use our achievers to empower the ones. And because ever since I don't know how to put it, but my presence here in Grenada here, I never once heard about Kerani James giving a speech nowhere. I don't know if it happened or I didn't, but hear it.
He visits the schools ever so often when he's here, that I could attest to. But again, as you're rightful to say, we need... Too many times we are based on the foreigners we look at our mentors and role models as people that we see on television from over. We have locals here who have made it through our own circumstances, who've made it, and this would be more relevant.
Exactly.
Someone who is aspiring to be a seaman listen to you and know right away, hey, I can do it.
And, they always think, the first thing I invite people to sail, and the first thing they would say, oh, I can't swim. I said, who talking about swimming?
Yeah.
I said, I never said we'd be going swimming. And I was able to teach a lot of people to swim, young ones as well as older. Once I taught a woman about close to her 70s, a Trinidadian woman, to swim. I said, not on my watch. You ain't going to leave here without learning to swim. I had on the 17 football team from St. Lucia, one guy couldn't swim, and I got him to go in the water to swim, and he didn't want to come out. Everybody had to be begging him to come out of the water.
Wow.
And this is the sort of thing I like. And I need all people to take the first step and say, well, hey, I can achieve something else. I can learn something new. Okay. But I need my people in the various sectors to reach out to me, and let's connect and do what we need to do.
Okay.
Because I'm willing to work anytime.
Yeah.
Understand? So we need to reach out, and we need to embrace those sort of things when we want to go forward progressively and develop.
Folks, I've been speaking with a master seaman. He's the first Grenadian to sail the Northern Atlantic solo, and his name is Joel Mack. He's from Belmont in St. George. We look forward to future engagements with him as he motivates us, and especially our young people, giving them a way out. We take a quick commercial break and see what other conversation we can have in that short bit of time. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Records at the traffic department shows that a total of 1,447 accidents were reported for the year 2012, which includes 3 road fatalities. 2,946 accidents were reported for the year 2022, which includes 8 road fatalities. This is a significant increase of 104%. This is alarming. When a family tragically loses a loved one, does it matter whether by means of a gun or a motor vehicle? To avoid accidents, drivers and pedestrians alike must exercise extreme caution when using the road.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock. At 8, we join the BBC. We've got to give you the specials that we have on this week from Real Value IGA. And that's a special for the week. Real Value IGA. And my TV controller is going to put the items up. And let's go through them so that you can see what you can save via the Real Value IGA supermarket. And this week they've got Mott's 100% original apple juice, 64 full ounces. It was $19.71. It's now $16. You are saving a total of $3.71. Also, Peter Pan honey roasted creamy peanut butter. It was $20.05. It's now $16.25. A savings of $3.80. Remember, every dollar counts. Okay, they've also got pastaroni Parmesan cheese angel hair pasta mix. It was $11.75. It's now $7.35. So you're saving a daring $4.40. Wishbone fat-free Italian dressing. All right, it was $22.25. It's now $15.50. You're saving a total of $6.75. Hummel chili with no beans. It was $16.75. It's now $14.50. So you're saving $2.25. Also, Duncan Hines red velvet cake. It was $16.75. It's now $10. You're saving a whopping $6.75. My favorite Quaker whole grain oats, the quick 1 minute oats. All right, it was $23.35. It's now $15.95. You're saving $7.40. Quaker oats, that's my thing. Yeah. French's classic yellow mustard was $10.50, now $6. You're saving $4.50. So, folks, head on down to Real Value IGA and take advantage of these great saving options. Yeah. And that's your savings for the week. All right, go on down and take advantage of them. And that's the Real Value promotion for this week. And that carries us to the end of the conversation today. You can join us again later in the week as we give you more of these special deals. It's 30 seconds away from 8 o'clock. We've got to join the BBC. So once again, thank you for joining us. And I want to say a very special thank you to Joel Mark again for sharing his life's experience with us. And we look forward to another conversation. Folks, that's it. Bye-bye.